Yeah, well, I just wanted to say that communalism, it's not an article of faith, it's a negotiable instrument. People are communal when they want to be, people are seen as perfectly acceptable, and they become anti-Congress when they want to be.
Such as?
You see, but I would not really attach that much of significance to all this allegation about CBI, etc., as far as the Samajwadi Party is concerned. For a very simple reason that although these may have been a contributory factor, at the end of the day, the Samajwadi Party is a intensely political outfit. And its politics is determined by the opportunities which it sees. Now today, what is very visible to it is the fact that this government is in a minority. Now, how it responds to it is going to be very, very interesting. Let's remember a couple of things. The Samajwadi Party, unlike the Bahujan Samaj Party, has never fought an election in alliance with the Congress. The Samajwadi Party still maintains a vestige of anti-Congressism in at least in its sort of internal logic-making process.
Correct.
If you recall, in 1999, it was the Samajwadi Party which actually prevented Sonia Gandhi's 272 from becoming a dream, becoming a reality.
Yes. No, but
so to the extent to which the Samajwadi Party is going to play, what it's going to do next is going to depend quite a lot on the feedback it receives from the ground on how its vote is being taken.
I understand, but Mr. Swapan Dasgupta, if a person or an individual or a party has been known to be inconsistent, one cannot say that inconsistency becomes a virtue. I will have to ask a few questions to our representative from the Samajwadi Party.
I'm not making a moral judgment. I'm not making a moral judgment on this. I'm just trying to describe the politics of the Samajwadi Party.
No, but politics have to. I agree, but politics
whatsoever.
Politics must also have consistency, Mr. Faruqi.
No,
why not?
No, there is
why not? Why should there be no consistency in politics?
What someone says is absolutely right.
As Bhutto used to say, it's the prerogative of small minds.
Swapan is absolutely right. Swapan is right in saying that Samajwadi Party has not yet given up its politics of anti-Congressism.
Please, let's not look for a deep message into this.
No, why? In every election, as he very correctly said in 1999...
because it doesn't make sense, Mr.
No,
Kitkar.
because they want to occupy, if Samajwadi wants to occupy the space vacated by Congress or presumably vacated by Congress, they will continue with their politics of anti-Congressism. Who knows, perhaps in Rajya Sabha they may vote against.
You are saying
they may actually be counted and voting against. We don't know what Samajwadi Party is going to do in Rajya Sabha.
Nobody knows what the Samajwadi Party will do.
What they will do. Perhaps in Rajya Sabha they will show their color of being anti-Congress and anti-FDI.
I think the Samajwadi Party ought to answer a few questions. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, coming to you, my question is straight to Mr. Faruqi. Yesterday your leader Mulayam Singh Yadav said in Parliament, no matter what you say, quote, FDI is not in the interests of India. There are 5 crore small traders who are self-employed. 5 people to a family. He was doing arithmetic in Parliament. Therefore, 20 to 25 crore people will be unemployed if FDI in retail is introduced. What a wonderful argument. And then today, you walk out before the vote.
What does it mean? Have we changed our statement of yesterday?
He also said, of course,
in the Parliament,
of course,
on a particular day, bringing the whole.
You've changed your position from yesterday,
Mr. Arnab. No, we have not changed our position at all. Right from the beginning, we were on the street.
Sir, yesterday, did your leader not cite the example of Mahatma Gandhi and his opposition to foreign cloth in the course of his argument? Did he not ask why, if FDI is so beneficial, is there opposition to it in America? Does your party not know that by walking out you have ensured that the FDI vote was carried?
We will continue to be against FDI wherever possible.
But the vote has been carried. Your position is immaterial now.
No, but again, this will be sidetracked, but let me ask the BJP one small question.
Go ahead.
They have also, it is when the question of politics comes, they change their stance. They fought the election on Ram Janam movie. Immediately after coming to the power, they forget about it. That means they have to make certain adjustments.
So you are saying you are learning from the inconsistency of the BJP? No, are you taking the BJP as your example now?
So this is...
Are you... What is your
BJP
argument?
Made readjustment for 6 years continuously.
So they change their position in terms of what they do on the Ayodhya issue, and you change your position on FDI. I mean, I don't see any link, but I'll get a response from the BJP anyway. Mr. Prasad, please respond.
We have not changed even 1% of our position
let me
on
say
FDI.
one thing very clearly.
Continue to again.
This whole argument of communalism is an argument of convenience. The debate of bogey of communalism has lost its relevance in the polity of the country. India has moved on a lot. People see through the game. Now let us see today. Let us come to the issue. Mr. Raja's party, Mr. Raja is a very good friend of mine, but we are ideologically opposed. But CPM, CPI, BJP thought that no FDI in retail is not in the interest of the country. They spoke, they moved the motion, they voted against. Take the case of Trinamool Congress. Take the case of TDP. They spoke against it, they voted against it. This is the real issue of being consistent on any particular issue as to the stand you have taken. And there I am sorry to say, Samajwadi Party and Mayawati's party have failed very, very singularly and very conspicuously. And the question again is this: why this somersault? Why this change in one day, which you are asking repeatedly, that has not been explained? I will go on a larger issue, Arnav. And what is the larger issue? Is it important that in the year 2012, on any debate in the parliament impinging upon the interest of the nation, you will again change it because of your convenience to the communal debate and secular debate? As if you are the only certifying authority, regardless of what people feel. And what has worried me today or now, Samajwadi Party or BSP can take a position. But if the Congress ministers and Congress representatives on the channel are also taking this position in spite of being so precariously vulnerable.
What do you mean position?
I
Which
feel
position?
That the governance of the country
Which position?
in coming days
No, which
is going
position?
to be
Which
seriously
position?
impacted.
Which position? Are you saying the position on the issue of communalism affecting today's vote? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm sorry, I was raising a larger issue. That whenever you have to manipulate a majority, regardless of the sense of revulsion in the country and the polity on a particular issue, you will raise that bogey. No, that is because again, if you keep on doing that, then you are impinging very seriously on governance. And I'm sorry to say today I'll have to raise that issue because your big leaders and your ministers keep on coming to us for having a kind of discussion. This is what is bipartisanship is about.
Mr. Nirupam.
But
No, before that. But in effect, Mr. Prasad, you are saying...
Mr. Ketkar, I never disturb you. You don't become Arnab Goswami, please. Wait for your turn. What I'm simply saying you, that as a principal opposition, I'm trying to raise a larger issue. The governance record is this government is too well known. Corruption, price rise, industrial production down. Now you have brought in FDI in retail, that is also seriously questionable. Let us leave the impact for a moment here. But if you lose or you win,
So what?
you try to bring about any debate through a kind of a hackneyed argument. Is it right?
Answer that, Mr. Nirupam. Answer that. You are being accused of pure manipulation. Mr. Nirupam, for third time you've been accused of direct and pure manipulation by the BJP today. Please respond directly to Ravi Shankar Prasad. He says you can't do it again. You may do it this time, not again.
Arnab, I've already responded on this issue. I can understand the frustration of BJP after they lost basically the voting in Lok Sabha. What I understand, what I fail to understand, that whenever BJP is in opposition, they basically go against any sort of economic reforms program. And the moment they come to the power, they basically follow the same economic reforms program. For example, we have opened up 24 sectors for FDI. Out of 24, half of the sectors have been opened up in NDA regime. And BJP basically followed all that neoliberalism policy. I can understand the frustration of D. Raja, because they basically believe in they are basically one of the most orthodox parties. They don't believe in this kind of liberal. They don't believe in this kind of liberalization policy. But at the same time, I know. That is what I'm telling you. That is what I'm telling. You all are against neoliberalism policy, but now you are frustrated because you lost one of the most trusted ally, which is Samajwadi Party, and the second one was Mayawati. I understand your frustration. I promise you on this television that tomorrow I will see you, I will meet you in Central Hall, and I will offer you a cup of tea and console you.
Last question, only one question tonight, and this is the important question. Yes, Swapan Dasgupta, you want to say something? And then I put my yes. Swapan Dasgupta wants to respond.
I think it's very touching that Sanjay Nirupam actually sees the Congress party as the highest stage of BJPism. I mean, in terms of his references earlier. But I wonder if there's an intriguing thought which comes in, which is that what if Mulayam Singh was to actually decide that the Samajwadi Party will vote with the rest of the opposition
In Rajya Sabha.
in the Rajya Sabha?
Game changes.
He would have succeeded in two things. One, he would have allowed the government to have demonstrated his majority in the Lok Sabha, therefore preventing a fall of the government. But at the same time, by scuttling the FDI proposal in the Rajya Sabha, he would have actually put a big question mark on the future of the FDI policy.
Yes.
Would you, in that context, consider him a friend, a sellout, or a villain, or what?
And that question will be more for Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, because at that time he will have to be saying that Mulayam Singh could not be manipulated. Samajwadi Party could not be manipulated. So manipulation business will have to go.
I have 30 seconds left. I have only one question. It has only 3 words in my last question, and this question is to Samajwadi Party. Mr. Farooqi, is Mayawati secular?
I will put the other question.
No, don't dodge my question. Don't dodge. My question has only 3 words. Sir, please, is Mayawati secular?
BJP is not opposed FDI.
Sir, no, don't dodge my question. Is Mayawati secular or not? I want to hear it from you.
UPA that they are talking about FDI in the parliament.
Sir, you dodge my question.
So,
you dodge my question.
Ask BJP first whether they are really against FDI.
Sir,
and if it is so, please ask them to
Sir,
stop.
Mayawati gave outside support to the NDA government.
They should not have the double face.
Sir, Mayawati gave outside support to the NDA government.
Mr. Farooqi, Sanjay Nirupam has already answered that Congress is the highest stage of BJP.
Well, okay, I'm wrapping up. Ravi Shankar Prasad has one sentence to add there. Okay, last word, sir.
Arnab.
Okay, 2 last words.
Arnab.
Yes, we are not against FDI in all.
Arnab, I will
Let FDI come in infrastructure, in power, in ports. Highway has come to a standstill under their government. Power reforms have come to a standstill. But on the issue of FDI in detail, we are strongly opposed.
Couple of responses. I must be fair.
The country.
I must be fair. Yes, Ravi.
I am very happy that Sanjay Nirupam has clearly said that there is no difference between BJP and Congress as far as economic fiscal policies are concerned. They are together.
Nobody answered my question. Sir, today,
despite that fact, you are aligning with BJP.
Neoliberal policies.
Mr. Raja, as far as the economic liberalization policy is concerned, there is no difference between BJP and Congress, despite that you are aligning with BJP on this issue.
Sir, the question to ask...
No, not at all. Don't say this. Withdraw your words. We never compromise with communal forces. Maybe you might do, but we never compromise with communal forces, fundamentalist forces. Don't say this.
You only supported a resolution moved by BJP Sushma Swaraj in the Lok Sabha. That means
our resolution is also there. You do not know what is the parliamentary procedure. First of all, you try to understand parliamentary procedure. First of all, you try to understand. Listen to me for a second. Listen to me for a second. First of all, you should learn what is the parliamentary procedure. Even in Rajya Sabha, the notice is in my name. Third name is my name. First name is
Sir,
Dr. Maitreyan from
Can't you see? Can't you see Mr. Nirupam is trying to break the index of opposition?
The notice which has been admitted by Parliament.
So, Mr.
You do not know parliamentary
Mr.
procedure.
Nirupam,
You trust-
as an
try to say that you are
as an
awaiting
astute parliamentarian,
BJP. What
Mr.
is this?
Nirupam is whittling down the index of opposition unity. And he's doing it quite well, I must say. Now, gentlemen, the only question which went unanswered today.
Arnab,
And I would invite Akhilesh. On the television tonight, I invite Mulayam Singh Yadav and Akhilesh. Officially, I'm inviting them. They should come on Newshour tomorrow only to take one question from me, which I want to hear from them. Is Mayawati, as the Congress says, secular? That we want to hear from Akhilesh and Mulayam. I thank you, gentlemen, for this fantastic debate on the Newshour tonight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much indeed.